What the frick is up, everybody? My name is Jonah Memes, and I'm about to give you some advice. I'm starting this new thing where if you want to ask me a question, just type "Hey Jonah," comma, insert question, whatever the frick you want to ask me, and I will make a video. If it's a good question, I will make a video or videos answering that question. In this case, I had somebody DM me a very good question, and they are feeling very confused, so I thought I'd answer it on a YouTube video in case anybody else needs to hear this and what I think on the subject. So here's the question. Hey Jonah, ever thought of what you will be after school? Like, I've had this question for days, and I don't know who to really talk to. I'm just so confused of how to start and even prepare. Like, just the perfect way to leave school feels so out of reach. I'm working my butt off, but I don't know anymore how to do the next step. First of all, I want to thank this person specifically. You know who you are. I'm going to keep you censored for this video. Thank you for asking me this question. I think it's a great question, and I want to give my advice on this because it's something that I've thought about, and I know that many people have thought about just in general. I mean, it's probably the question of who am I, like what the frick? I think the world totally unprepares everybody for real life. And I think that the education system and a bunch of other freaking stuff should be changed. But that's for another video. Because I could make an hour-long video just ranting about how terrible life and everything. Now, I mean, not to say life is terrible. But you know what you know what I'm talking about, guys. So, to answer your question. Hey, Jonah, have you ever thought of what you will be after school? Yes, I have. I would love to be a YouTuber. That is something I have strived to be for ever since I was a kid. A streamer or something like that. I want to make people laugh and smile. That's definitely my biggest goal. But I think that in this sense, you're asking, who am I going to be after school? What am I going to do after school? I think that that's the question that you're trying to ask me. And you're confused. You're confused on what to do, right? I mean, after school, you're into the world and you have all these responsibilities, taxes, power bill. You gotta, it's a lot. It's a lot to take on at once. And if you're confused on where to start, I'm gonna give you the advice that helped me find out who I wanted to be, and I think that it helped me a lot. I think that you need to take some time for yourself. I really do. I think everybody in the world just needs to sometimes find themselves and go on like a walkabout journey in order to do that. If you are confused on what you want to do after school, I highly suggest you just take a step back from everything, from life, from social media, from friends, from everything. Take a step back and take a moment for yourself and really sit down and think. I know that it sounds stupid, and I know that you can watch all these advice videos on YouTube and they just tell you the dumbest stuff. But this helped me. Just think about what makes you happy. If you don't know what to do after school, then take it back. Chop it down into little pieces. All right, you don't know what you want to do to school. What are you passionate about? Well, I mean, everybody has some passion. I'm passionate about YouTube. I'm passionate about Twitch, cooking, piano. These are my passions. I want to pursue these passions. Think about what your passions are. Write them down on a piece of paper. This is the most important part. I have mine over here. I have my paper. I'm not going to show it on YouTube because I think that it's a very personal paper, but it has everything that I love to do, everything that makes me happy. And I wrote it all down. I think that that's a great thing to do. And you can look at that paper sometimes whenever you're feeling lost or confused. But that doesn't really explain what, if you're confused after. All right, Jonah, I got all my likes and dislikes on paper. Now what? Okay. Now, take it even further back. What makes you happy? I think the most important thing in life is happiness. If you are not happy, then do something to make yourself happy. Because happiness and being selfish is very, very, very important. If you don't do something that you love doing in life, you're going to be sad and miserable for the rest of your life. And I also think that it's important to note that even if you do something that you love to do and you don't end up being successful, or you do everything that you could possibly do to achieve your dream and it doesn't work out, that's life. I think that that's one of the worst. I think it's good advice because it makes you realize, but it sucks. I mean, you can do everything good and still fail. And I think that once you understand that, you'll have just a greater knowledge of just yourself and the world and how everything kind of sucks, but everything kind of doesn't suck at the same time. It's weird and complicated. You need to do what you want to do, like full throttle, baby. Determination to the max power if you're going to get this done. If you want to be happy in life, you need to do that. So take it back as to what makes you happy and pursue something that makes you happy. I think that everybody has hobbies or something like that. Pursue that. And you need to do everything to do that. And here's where I think I sort of slide away from the general media or whatever, the general opinion. I think that school is not something that is important to do that. You asked me, I'm confused of how to start or how to prepare. I don't know what the perfect way to leave school is. It feels out of reach even though I'm working my butt off. This is where I'm going to give you the best advice that I think has made me a much happier person. I used to be the A honor roll, 100s on every grade, that kind of kid, right? I used to really care about my grades, and now I don't, and I am so happy. I'm not discouraging you from trying in school, but if your passion has nothing to do with school, frick school. It's dumb, it's stupid. You need, I mean, I don't want to get too deep into it, but there is no perfect way to leave school. There is none. There's no perfect way to leave school at all. Everybody leaves practically unprepared. And if you're confused because all your friends are getting accepted into colleges or big stuff, it also depends on what you want to do. So take it back. Like I keep saying, you found out what you want to do. All right, let's say that you did. And you do know what you want to do, but it feels out of reach and impossible to grasp. Okay, so school, it's worth it if you go into the right thing. If you go to college for being a doctor because you're passionate about being a doctor, hell yeah, go for it. College for being a doctor is totally worth it. If you go to college for being a computer engineer or something like that, or an IT technician, I mean, it's expensive, guys. Let's be real. College is way too expensive. I think it's one of the dumbest things in the world of how pricey it is. Some things in college are not worth it. They just aren't. Even if you're passionate about it, going to college for it and getting into debt for it is just not worth it in the end. When YouTube has millions of videos that could possibly help explain what you are passionate about. It can teach you so many things. YouTube is college for free. Literally. YouTube has everything that you could ever ask for. And I guarantee you that nowadays employers are changing their minds about things. If you can get the job done, you don't need a college degree to prove that. Hell, AI may give you like $2 extra freaking hour. Come on, man. It's dumb. So you need to figure out what you want to do and figure out if it's worth it. Comment on this video if you don't know if it's worth it or not, and I will let you know my honest opinion whether it's worth it or not. I'm not trying to discourage anybody from going to college. I think everybody should give it a shot. But if you really are working hard for this and you're just not getting the scholarships, you're not getting the grades for it, and college is just this big, freaking expensive just wall ahead of you, don't go. It's not worth it. It's not worth the debt. Everybody, the college used to be American dream. College used to be the American dream, but now it's not. And now it's just super expensive. It's American dream for people who want to be in debt for the rest of their life, and that's horrible. So you're confused on the perfect way to leave school. Work hard. As long as you pass your classes, I think that you will be fine. And the most important thing is to work on your passion while you are in school. You need to do that. You need to start from the youngest age. I don't care how old you are watching this video right now. Start on your passions while you are young. The youngest possible age that you can ever think of. Somebody very great once told me that people tell you that you have the rest of your life to do things. That is not true. That's one of the biggest lies of advice I've ever. It's just, that's not true. Some things can only be done. Some things can only be done right now. And you need to pursue those things and work on those things while you are still young, so that way you have these skills when you are older. And it may seem hard. It may seem hard because you have all these responsibilities with school, work, family, friends, social life, sleeping at night. You need to make some sacrifices if you are going to be successful. I sacrificed my AP English class, and I have never been happier making YouTube videos, streaming every day, having a freaking blast doing all of these things. It's been so much fun for me. I've thought about, to answer your question, I've thought about the next step a frick ton. I think it took me a long time to find my answer. And what I did was I drove places. I don't know if you can drive, but if you can drive, drive. Go places, guys. It's beautiful. Visit around. You don't even have to be with somebody. It's beautiful. Visit the countryside. I went to the beach a few times, and I just sat there and watched the waves. And I needed to figure myself out. I went so many places, and I sat down, and I thought, and I thought, and I thought, and I thought, and I kept thinking until I found it. The most thing that I'm passionate about is YouTube. It's Twitch. It's what I love to do. And it's what I am going to do for the rest of my life. Whether it goes well and I become a famous YouTuber, or whether it goes poorly and I just stay a small streamer or YouTuber forever. Either way, I'm having fun. I'm happy. And that's important. You need to find happiness. You need to find happiness. Everybody has a different way for this. For me, it was, just spending less time on my phone. I think exercise is important, eating healthy. All these things that people tell you to do daily, but I do think that hygiene is also very important. Brushing your teeth at night, sometimes you're just like, it's all right, I can miss a night. Stuff like that, it starts bogging you down. The media starts bogging you down. The weight of the world and how terrible reality can sometimes be can bog you down and make you forget the things that you love to do and the things that make you passionate. So stay strong. Stay determined. Full throttle determination. Figure out what you want to do and pursue that to the very end. I guarantee you that if you die in a car accident pursuing what you want to do, you'll be much happier than dying an old man working a 9 to 5 for 45 years. It's not worth it. Society has changed, and these old people, they don't know that. They don't know that. They're dumb. They're dumb. Old people. Stupid. Dumb. Old people. Anyways. That's my advice for you. I hope that this helped. I think that it's something I've wanted to say for a long time, and I think everybody's still figuring it out right now. I think it's very complicated. It's a very deep question. It has a lot of variables. Everybody's different. You need to find out what makes you happy. And I hope you do. And please keep me updated. I'd love to hear it. I really would. I think, having a YouTube channel and a Twitch channel and streaming, meeting people and seeing them grow is one of the best things about that. So, if you have any further questions, comment, "Hey Jonah, question here," and I'll get to those questions. Thank you guys so much for all your wonderful support these past few days. It's made me very happy to see all you guys supporting me and just really loving me, and I freaking love you guys so much. So, I'll kiss you guys in this YouTube video. Come here. Mwah! I freaking love you guys. I hope you all have a wonderfully magnificent day, whether it's daytime or nighttime. And remember to always stay awesome. Pursue your dreams, pursue happiness, and don't let the world weigh you down.